A mosquito population is currently estimated at 27.8 million mosquitoes per square mile. A spraying program will decrease the number of mosquitoes by about 1.8 million mosquitoes per square mile every hour for the first 12 hours. Write an equation to model the mosquito population for any of the 12 hours. Let P represent the number of mosquitoes per square mile, and T represent the number of hours since spraying. So the first thing we want to write down is what our variables represent to help us out. So the first thing we know is P is equal to the number of mosquitoes per square mile. And then we also know that T represents the number of hours. Then we want to think about independent versus dependent variable. Which one of these depends on the other? Well, one thing to think about is time is going to happen no matter what. Time will always pass. So because of that, T, our number of hours, is going to be our independent variable, which means this is X. And our number of mosquitoes is going to depend on how many hours went by. So this is our dependent variable, or Y. From our problem now, we have to come up with our slope and our y-intercept. We're looking for the slope, which is something that's happening for every hour, since that's our x. And we're looking for our y-intercept, which is our initial amount. How many mosquitoes did we start with? So it says a mosquito population is currently estimated at 27.8 million. That's the beginning. That's how many mosquitoes we have to start, which means that is going to be our y-intercept. So B is going to equal 27.8. And then we're looking for the slope, which is something that's happening for every hour that we have. So if we continue to read through the problem, it says it's happening about 1.8 million mosquitoes every hour. So this 1.8 is going to be our slope. But the other thing we have to recognize is that our slope, or our mosquitoes, are going down. They are decreasing. Going down means our slope is going to take on a negative. So our slope is equal to negative 1.8 million. Oops. And remember, this 27.8 also represents million. Then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and write our equation. So again, we're looking at subbing in for y equals mx plus b. So what does the y represent in our equation? Well, this time y is being represented by p. So we're going to put a p in here, equal to our slope, m, which was negative 1.8. X, instead of using x in this problem, we are using the t. So we're going to plug in t here, plus our y-intercept, which was 27.8. So this is the equation that represents that situation. In part B, we want to go ahead and predict the mosquito population 5 hours after spraying. Well, if we're looking at 5 hours, we need to know, are we plugging in for x or y, or t or p? So hours is t, so we know that t is equal to 5. And we're going to take that t and we're going to plug it in here to our equation we just found. So this 5 going into here. So what we get is p equals negative 1.8 times 5 plus 27.8. And if we calculate that, we get 18.8. And remember, we're talking about millions here. So our answer would be 18.8 million mosquitoes. If you have questions on this word problem, please let me know.